I think that it's allowed me to see how people can get ahead in life and how some people can be held back, but it's by your own circumstances because I feel like BART is open for a lot of people and you can get in like not easily, but it's accepting for everybody and anybody.
Basically anything that involves like politics or news, whatever.
It kind of showed me that I don't really need to chase an idea. More so, I just need to let it happen. Instead of worrying myself about, oh, whether or not my grades are so good every day, how would I just do my work good enough to my best ability and just let it happen? Because the more you worry yourself about things, the worse your mental will be. Because the more you try to chase something, the less realistic it's gonna be.
I think BARD has changed my viewpoint on like how I interact socially. Like, it kind of changed how I see people and how I learned how to, interact with my peers. And I realized that I had to be more mature because people around me weren't. So I had to start taking accountability and doing the things and stepping up to do the right thing.
I feel like getting college credits at this age right now, it empowers me. It allows me to actually remove stress from me because I know that it'll be less hard when I actually go to college because I already have some basics already done, some knowledge, I'll have credits, I'll be more prepared than if I were just going straight from high school, just taking basic high school classes. And I feel like us having credits going in, it just takes a weight off our shoulders because if our associate's degree is accepted at a school, it's like you can just have 2 more years and you got a degree, which is amazing already.
It empowers me. I really do appreciate the fact that the school does give college credits. I believe it'll make my college experience just a tad easier. I really do like the college level courses, even though they're somewhat difficult. The challenge they present, the information given, the teachers that teach those classes are really good at what they do. Even when the subject is hard, the teachers try their best to provide resources for help, as well as, just generally like the learning process is very streamlined for us.
Well, it's kind of like a double-edged question in my opinion because, well, I do like to tell people I'm going to an early college and I'm getting my college credits to go to a college, but I also feel as if it more so puts more pressure on me to actually go to college when I don't even know what I want to do with my life yet, It's like, it kind of pressures you into choosing a life path for yourself without you actually thinking about it because my ultimate goal after I finish high school is and then immediately go to college. And I feel as if going to BARD, it kind of forces that to be your immediate goal.
I think earning college credits kind of pressures me more because I already have a lot of stuff on my plate. So just adding, that end goal, I would say, to that kind of like gives me a lot to think about.
High school, I would say high school has gone pretty decent. Like, I don't think it's like the movies, obviously, like, it's not too clicky. I didn't think it would be clicky because it's just like middle school, if you ask me. Just you're a little bit older and some people are maturer than you might be. High school was definitely like, every year is different for me. Like, I would say 9th grade, I would like isolated or whatever, just kept to myself. 10th grade, I was like, easing into it. Like, and then junior year, I'm like, oh, friendly, and I got all these friends. And I have my last year coming up, so I don't know how that's gonna be.
I really did enjoy my freshman year, and I only enjoyed the later half of 10th grade year, simply because I'm still adjusting to the accelerated curriculum, the social standings as well was a bit difficult for me to get a little bit adjusted to, but once I did, the school felt a bit easier to navigate through, and it felt a little bit less stressful for everything. Rate this, right, my current feeling around a 8. Solid 8.
Solid 8.
I like my teachers, I like the classmates I have, I like the people I've developed relationships with. I feel like overall, solid 8 for me.
Well, it's kind of been like really, really, really different compared to middle school because it's not as strict anymore, but it's like so free to the point where you're responsible for your own actions. And I don't just mean that academically, even though it can apply academically. I also mean that socially. You're responsible for how people view you, you talk to people. If you create a bad image for yourself, you're not in middle school. If you create a bad image, you would only create a bad image to your homeroom class. While so in high school, you create a bad image for yourself all together to everybody. If I do a bad action or I say something bad to everybody knows, and it's just different, you know. I'd give it a 5.
I'll say on a scale of 1 to 10, how's my high school experience going so far? Probably like a 4. The only reason why I say that is because, like, there's been a lot of things that I would say has really not made me like this school, such as like teachers, students, and overall just like the space itself. It just causes a lot of problems. It causes problems with scheduling, such as lunch, with gym class and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, so I think that with Bard and Bard College, seeing as I've visited the school and like got to see how that is, I think a huge misconception is like how hard it is, and probably how, like, I feel like when people think about, oh, you go to an early college and all of that, they probably think we got this nice school and we doing all of these like expensive professors and stuff like that, and it's not that. It's much simpler than what you might think, and it's not as extravagant and this big old thing. Like even at Bard College, it's like not really extravagant if you ask me. I feel like it's what it is. It says on paper, you get your credits and you taking college classes, and that's what it is. It's not this whole, like, it's like saying you're not going to NYU. Like, you're not going to NYU if you think you're going here. This is like, if I was to compare it to like colleges, this school is like maybe community college, if I'm being honest.
I guess people believe that the institution is a bit too hard. It's not difficult in the sense of like the work itself. It's more of, it requires a bit more of your time and energy to invest into it. But when you do invest that time, you will understand what the teachers are teaching you is supposed to be preparing you for college, the college classes you'll be taking in your 11th and 12th grade years.
I guess the biggest stigma about the school is that it's a fun school, which I can't disagree about, but people have the saying of saying people come to Bard to have fun, and all they do is have fun, which can be true sometimes, but not for everybody. There's some kids that are really serious about going to college, and it's not really like, I don't know, I don't feel as if they're more so prioritized over the kids that don't value their education as much. Kind of get overlooked by the kids that have too much fun, because kids that are having fun are promoting the school image more than the kids who are actually focused on themselves. They don't have a bigger voice.
Even faculty here try to say that Bard is a very challenging school and Bard is very prestigious and stuff like that. And I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a challenging school. I would say that if you don't apply yourself to it, it won't really work out for you. That also goes for anything and any student here. Like most of the students, you know, they always say that the students apply themselves and like, you know, they try their best, but that's not true. Like some people get in here just because they want to and then not do the work. So
If I had to change one thing about Bard, I would just say we could just start working in a new building. Like if we had our own space, I feel like because we are creative as a school, and if we had our own space, it would just help like teachers and students, and then that would just be a huge start for us, because we can slap our name on something and just seeing, oh, that's Bard High School right there. Like when I tell my family and all of this stuff, like, oh, this is my school, they always think like, oh, that's Connections building, oh, that's where Lamel was at, all these other schools that's taking place here. We just need our own space to be like, that's Bard.
That's a kind of a hard question to ask. Like the changes to school, like it's not. I don't think the students are like the main issue. I really don't think so. I feel like the main thing for our school probably is a space to a degree. I feel like our physical space is a bit small. I feel like we do well with what we have, but a little bit more would not hurt at all.
I wish we had more money or more funding, because I'm not saying that as in I want more football programs, which I do, or just sports programs in general. I just more so say that I wish we had more, if that means. I wish we didn't have a split up lunch period. I wish we had more activities for the students. I wish we had more funding for us to have good Chromebooks. I don't want to pick up a broken Chromebook every time I go into a Chromebook cart. I don't want to walk into the bathroom and the first toilet I see is broken. I don't want to hear or see girls in the bathroom all class period and constantly being loud in the hallways. You know?
I would change the space, the school. Like I said, it causes a lot of hindrances in scheduling and stuff like that. I would say, like, you know, if there was something else I had to change other than the space, it would definitely just be like the mindset of all the students, you know, giving them a better mindset to where they are actually focused on their work, their future, and, you know, things that they're passionate about. Maybe, like, you know, trying to give them something that, you know, that they are passionate about if they're not passionate about anything.